Hey guys, Ed here, bringing you another Xianghua related video. Today is going to be more abstract than something that I would typically make. It's going to be more talking and theoretical, which is why you'll see footage of my locals playing in the background. Um, it's very unscripted, so don't mind just seeing my browser or anything like that, and I'll skip ahead and stuff as necessary. But anyway, I drone on. Today I want to talk about why I actually play Xianghua. It's a question that some people have asked me in the past, not particularly in Soul Calibur 6, but it is something that has been asked before. And I think I think she fits my playstyle perfectly. And I'm not going to reiterate her strengths and weaknesses because I do talk about that all in my guide video, but I wanted to talk about specifically why I think she works perfectly for me. So first off, the way I perceive fighting game players is you kind of have three sets of people. You got your people who just kind of feel everything out. They play by feel. They're very reactive, right? They don't really read. They don't really think. They just do, right? Then you've got the other side of the coin, which is very, very scripted. There's a clear game plan. Nothing really changes. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're very adaptive players. They're very capable of just adapting to any situation. They kind of have their opponent downloaded, right? And then you got the people in the middle, who kind of flex both options. Now, all three have their strengths and weaknesses, and I perceive myself as the very read-heavy, defensive, kind of download player. My reactions are not great until I figured you out. In a set play, I traditionally will lose game one and then come away 2-1, or however the set is displayed if I win. And I think Shanghua supports this playstyle very well. Now I'll explain why. When I'm dealing with someone who, say, is heavy rush down, right, and they're very difficult to read, they're just swinging, hitting buttons, playing frames very well. They're very good at it. For example, Maxi or Taki, right? They're good examples. Raphael even as well. What I do against those kinds of players is I start to flex Shenghua's auto GIs. The reason why I don't particularly like her tech ducking moves and whatnot in those matchups is because they can kind of change what they do on a whim, and they're really hard to read it because they're not giving me the opportunity to download them, which is why when I play against defensive players, I'm more successful at beating them. Now, the AGIs help me with that. Yes, there are other characters with auto GIs. However, Shenghua's are high risk or low, medium risk, high reward. This is why I like them so much, and this is the kind of player I use them against. On the other side of the coin, against the defensive players, or the players who I fully download, I start to do things like tech duck, tech jump, tech sidestep. I'm always one step ahead. I very much consider, and I'm the one on the right, by the way. I very much consider myself to be playing a chess game when I play fighting games. Now, I know fighters are kind of a complicated version of chess, but for me, I'm always one step ahead, or at least I try my best to be. And this is why Xianghua suits me so well. She does lower damage than a lot of the cast. She's very read heavy, or at least you can play her that way. Pardon me. This is not the only way to play her, but this is what I do. Um, and she rewards a good player. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that Xianghua is very much good or bad based on the pilot of the character. As I've stated before in my Xianghua guide video, I think that her worst matchup is 4-6 and her best matchup is 6-4. I truly don't think that she is good or bad in any matchup. I think she breaks even, and this is because she has the tools and the kit to deal with any problem and any style of player. It's all up to the pilot to determine how he or she wants to use Shenghua's toolkit. Whereas other characters, uh, let's just use Geez, Grow as an example. He's very fundamental. He's very basic. He's very good. Uh, However, most of his kit revolves around offense. Yes, he has an auto GI, but is it very good? No. So he doesn't have the tools to support my playstyle. Character like Mitsurugi. Again, can he play defensively? Of course he can, but he doesn't have the auto GIs. He doesn't have the tools that I'm looking for to deal with the problems. So this is why Xianghua fits me so well. The other reasons are a lot more universal across the Xianghua player base, and this includes me. I love her speed. I love her safety. 12 frame CE is just privilege, um, and things of that nature. One other reason I play this character that a lot of people don't take full advantage of, and this is actually going to be an upcoming video here soon, maybe next week or week after, is I actually find myself breaking guards with Xianghua at least 1.5 to 2 times a game. And I'm not exaggerating that number. I find Shenghua's guard breaking potential and reward to be very, very good. Um, some people think that she doesn't deal much guard damage. Um, and in a sense, they're right. But let's just consider 4-4 A hold into 6BB for a second here. That whole sequence. Let's assume that the opponent blocks 4-4 A hold and 6BB. That is roughly 16% guard break or guard meter. And it's likely still going to be your turn. Not many people will start swatting because it is -10, so technically it's punishable, but not many people are going to start swinging. Now, if they do, it's going to be something in the realm of 5K, 2K, or 2A. If they do any of those options, it's still your turn. So at least the way that I pilot the character, I can start demolishing guard um, very fast. Very fast. And she has some of the best guard break moves in the game, in my opinion. And what makes them so good is both their accessibility as well as their effectiveness. And this will also be its own little video, so I won't get too much into it here. But my three favorite guard break moves are stance A plus B, or SXS A plus B, 2-2K, and B slide K. I use all three of these moves a lot when it comes to going from flashing red to busting guard. Um, and the damage she gets off of it with the meter is roughly 100, depending on what move you're using and whatnot. So I actually think this is very good. I mean, are her ring outs good? At least pre-nerf? Yes, they were. Are they still okay? Yeah, they are. Her mix-ups are good. Yeah, sure. But everyone plays Xianghua for her pokes and mix-ups. So to reiterate, why do I play Xianghua? Because she has the tools to allow a defensive, more calculated based player like myself to beat any kind of opposition. Her auto GIs, her GI follow up with A plus B or A plus B6. Her reverse sledge is very good, it's very safe, and all of her options are decent. She has tech ducking, tech jumping, and sidestepping moves built into her kit. She's incredibly safe. So when I am going for these reads, very rarely are they actually a risk. And that's what I love about this character so much. And that is why I play this character. Very off the shelf video. I didn't intend to make one today, but I was just talking about this with my buddy, so I thought, hey, I'll get the word out there. Let me know in the comments why you play Xianghua, or if you do play Xianghua, and if you don't, who do you play and why? I'd be interested to know. And as always, let me know as well if you have any video ideas or things you'd like me to see. It doesn't have to be Xianghua related necessarily. It can be a bit more broader sense of the game. But anywho, thanks guys. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.